welcome back to Brant Life. My name's Dave Carroll. Great to have you here. Welcome to my fake living room, Luvern. Luvern, I have chatted with you for years and stuff online, but it's first time on the show, so it's great to have you here.
Thank you.
And from Back of the Room Photography is your company, and David Thomas from Spirit Alive Outreach in Oshawa. Now, great to have you guys here. Luvern, over the last, when did you? It's maybe been a year or so since you've been really getting out in the street, wanting to tell stories of folks on the street. How did this sort of percolate inside of you?
Well, in October, the Welcome Inn closed.
Yeah.
So the community went, woo, everybody had something to say. Mm-hmm. And I asked a few people some questions. Who are they? Who are these homeless people? Who are they? And nobody had an answer. Just they. So I figured, well, I'll take to the streets and go find out who they are and interview them, right? So I went downtown, found some people that I thought maybe were homeless. I was right. I interviewed them. And I listened to what they had to say and wrote about it at my Back of the Room photography page. So I could let the community know, first and foremost, these are people, these are their stories. Some of the feedback was theft was an issue for them, and that concerned me. I wanted to know more about that, so I would ask them and say, you know, when does the theft happen? Like what's been stolen? Everything, all the time, and they're absolutes. It's not just a little bit here, a little bit there. What would happen is our homeless people will go to sleep and they'd have everything they own around them. When they wake up, everything they own around them is gone. Yeah. So from there, I thought, well, that's not good. Yeah. So how do we stop that from happening? How is this happening? It's happening, Dave, because they're easy targets. They're sleeping. And when they wake up and they say, oh, all my stuff's gone, they can't phone the police. They can't go to the police and say, I've had a robbery or a theft, because there's nothing to report. Yeah. Unfortunately. Yeah, it really is a very real issue. It's been working with similar demographic in different ways over the years, and it's a serious issue. And so you decided, you strike me as a no nonsense, let's get stuff done kind of lady. Am I right about that? I try.
Yeah. and so you've been looking at different solutions, and what have you come up with? Well, I listened to the people. I thought about, how do we not have this happen anymore? How do we stop this from happening? What does it take to solve this problem? What is the problem? Okay, so all my stuff is gone. How do I keep my stuff? I could put it in a locker. So I Googled some locker pictures, because that was a viable solution and a sustainable one, I thought. So as I Googled some pictures, Dave pops up all the way out in Oshawa. And Dave already has a locker program installed that's functioning and working in Oshawa. Well, tell us a little bit about your locker program. I picked up the phone and said, how do we do this? So,
sure. Sure. We went through, my wife and I went through a similar experience. We moved to the downtown core about 7 years ago and started to circulate in the downtown area, which has a high density of homeless people. And so we had the same discussions, experienced the same kinds of things, and realized things were being stolen, and thought there needs to be a solution. Surely there's a solution. My wife and I spent roughly 2 years searching on the internet off and on, and couldn't find anything until we did hit eventually a site in Europe. Couldn't find anything in North America that had these features of accessibility. And so we got excited about this, and worked with a small group of people who were interested, and we went to the city, and we went to the Better Business Bureau and the social services and all the various agencies. Said, this is what we want to do. So we raised the money. We found a location, somebody who would host a bank of 12 lockers, and we found an organization that would administer it. So if you want a locker, you come and you fill out a form and you have a discussion with the intake person. And then you will get a key that will be on a lanyard that you put around your neck, and you guard closely, and you have your private space on this earth.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
So is in like a private business or something like that that says we'll give you space on the exterior, or is that the idea of where the lockers would go?
We're open. The city of Brantford is open. The downtown core is an open field. We can do anything indoors with hours of operation. Ultimately, it's a 24/7 outside operation. Mm-hmm. Ultimately, that's the most freedom for the people that are going to use them. Mm-hmm. Indoors is an option, outdoors is an option. Private property is an option, parks and rec, social services, city property. What we need from this show, Dave, is a location. Somebody to stand up in the community that says, hi, I will do this. There's a need. It's a small problem that can be fixed, but it's a very important one. So we need a location, someone to stand up and say, I'm willing to do this. Every day, everything's stolen from these people. So this idea came to me about 6 weeks ago. And Dave, it took you about 9 months to go from here's the solution to get it done.
Yes.
That's a really long time to me. And as a woman that likes to get things done, the impatience shows up, right? So, yeah, really what I want out of this segment, Dave, the most is someone in the community that says, that's a good idea, great, I'm in. Let's talk about, answer some questions. Between Dave and I, we have solutions and the answers to say, these are some challenges you're going to face if you're going to put them on your property. These are some options that are working. These are some issues that need to be adjusted. These are some challenges you'll get, and yes.
Awesome. Well, there are lots of issues when it comes to dealing with homelessness and street issues that seem large and unsolvable. But there are also things that are small and solvable but make a gigantic difference. And this truly could make a gigantic difference to some folks. So if you're one of those people and you're watching and you go, hey, I can jump in and be a part of this, we can make sure that we can make a connection with Luvern and David. And yeah, let's hope that happens out of this chat today.
I hope so.
Awesome.
Great.
Small problem. Long-term solution,
ways to fix problems.
But it's a locker.
Awesome. Yep.
It's a locker, so it's not like it's going to go away in 6 months. It's outside all the time.
Awesome. Guys, thanks so much for being on Brant Life today.
Thank you.
We've got more great guests and stories coming up right after this. We'll be right back.